How are we going, everybody? We're going to talk about weeds. It's winter, it's wet, you get a few spikes in temperature, and all of a sudden, where you thought there was no weed at all, there's weed. It's nice and green. Have a look there. Well, where can I show you? Just swing your camera around there. That's the water from the rain. You can see the grass in the middle of the driveway growing there. Down there, in this pathway leading to the bridge, it's actually greened up. We only cleaned that pathway about 2 weeks ago, I think it is. And look at it, it's already grown back. One day of good rain, the next couple of days of warm weather. And here, this drive here, look at all this. This is my pointing stick. It's basically my English box that was destroyed by Krishna when he walked into the hedge to eat the roses. Anyway, that's going to grow back. And so are these weeds, but you know, pulling them out and spraying them is, pulling them out is one thing, and if you've got a big area like we have here, it's virtually impossible to pull out everything by hand. Spraying, yes, we do a little bit of spraying, and that's slasher. That's my recommendation as far as what sort of herbicide to use. I don't touch glyphosate. I don't want to know about glyphosate. I don't like it, don't want to talk about it. It just annoys me. But if you're going to spray a product like Slasher, it's non-systemic. It means it doesn't travel through the sap flow, which means it's a lot safer than all the other herbicides that are systemic. It does work very quick. It'll burn the plant within a couple of days, or within a day if it's a warm day, or a couple of days during the cool weather. But I'm not spraying this stuff here because I've also got capeweed. I've got to pull this little section out because we've got kikuyu growing through there in buffalo and the capeweed here. And I'm holding this wonderful tool, which is called an oscillating hoe. And you can see this one's been battered a bit. It's what I use to pull out the larger weeds in my pathways. Rather than sitting there and trying to pull every single little weed out by hand, the small ones I spray with Slasher, and the larger ones, I use this tool here to basically pull them out. Look at that, just gone. Now you can have a forward and backward motion like this, and it just comes out like that. If it's really soft, the ground like it is here, this is super soft, you're going to dig a little bit of the ground out, but you go over it with your leaf rake, a soft leaf rake. There are different types of leaf rakes out there, believe it or not. There's some that where the tines are really rigid, and as you drag it through a pebbled pathway or a mulch garden bed, it drags everything with it. Go and feel the actual tines and see how soft they are, how flexible they are. So you can pick a soft one to be able to pull all this around and then not drag all the stones behind it as well. So this is my recommendation to everybody out there who have got weeds in their garden or pathways. Look at that, just sliced it off. So this area is really soft, so it pulls out a little bit of the mud here. So it's not so much the fault of the tool. Look at that, see how it pulls it out? Roots and all if you like, and if you go real fast it'll actually cut it. See how I just cut it there? And the roots are left behind, but that shouldn't grow back anyway. So I can go around here and dig up part of the garden bed, but because it's really soft I've got to be careful. That's how powerful this tool is. In this area here, because it's really soft, I only do things like the capeweed with the oscillating hoe, and if we go somewhere else where it's a bit firmer, and I reckon over here it might be even just a bit better already. I don't know, let's have a go at it. Yep. Look at that. Gone. Look how quickly it takes everything out. So you just forward and backward motion, folks, with a little bit of pressure if you like. And I've just covered now in real time about a metre square, 2 square metres of area. Got a little bit of a bend over like this. I've just got a little bit of a bend over in the body, so that's as much as of the body function that I need. And as long as you can move your arms forward and back, the tool will do the job on its own. A little bit more over here. Hey Cara, how you going? Look at that. So in my soft areas, I only go in one direction. No, I don't like the band. It just peels it out. Oh, there you go, folks. Here's another tool that you can use in your garden to weed your garden beds and pathways, especially like this here, without having to bend over and kill yourself by hand. Oscillating hoe, they come in a couple of sizes. Check it out at vasilisgarden.com, and plenty of other things there as well. And if you're not a VIP member, folks, subscribe before the 16th to get yourself 40 reward points added back into your account, which are worth about $40. Check out the terms and conditions so you can become a VIP and enjoy all the great benefits as well at Vasilis Garden. From me, Vasili, Maresi.